friends, lot of us have this paradox in mind. There is good and bad in every human being. Then how do we deal with it? See, it would have been much easier if, we could just categorize some people as good and some people as bad. Then we will choose those who are good and reject those who are bad. But that's not how the world is. Everybody has got some good and some bad. Now, what do? If you are out to reject bad, then you will end up rejecting everyone. And if you are looking at good in everyone, and then one day you realize that you are trampled over by the bad in them. So how do we deal with that? Well, let me again come back to the insights of quantum mechanics. So the basic insight of the quantum mechanics is that electron is matter and wave at the same time. So there is a chaos. But when an observer awakens, it has to take one of the two states and the chaos turns into order. So it is the observer because of which the electron either becomes a wave or the matter. Now, who is choosing whether electron becomes a wave or matter? Of course, electron is choosing what it wants to become. But does the observer have a role in what choice this electron will make? Well, till now, till very recently, quantum mechanics said no. Observer has no role in what choice electron will make. Only role of the observer is that when it observes, electron will have to make a choice. But observer has no role in the choice itself. However, there are some amazing experiments in past few years. And there is something called REG machines. Through that, those experiments are happening. I wouldn't go into the details of what REG machines are and how those experiments are conducted. You can just Google and find out. But I would just like to tell you the essence of that experiment. Yes, observer has a role in what will electron choose. So, observer can say, hey, come on, show up as matter. And then there is more probability that electron will show up as matter. Hey, come on, show up as wave. And there is a more probability. Okay, it is not a certainty, but the probability becomes more that electron will show up what we are requesting. Now, what REG machines have found is something very amazing. In some of the cases, observer had a positive correlation, and in some cases, observer had a negative correlation. So what is positive correlation? That observer says, come on, show up as wave, and electron show up as wave. What is negative correlation? It is observer says, come on, show up as wave, but electron shows up as matter. Now further research was done that why some observers have a positive correlation and why some other observers have negative correlation. And it was found that when observers were more in the state of love, peace and joy, they will impact the probability on the positive side. But when the observer is in the state of some kind of a stress, some kind of a panic, some kind of a fear or control, then the probability is that whatever they are asking for, reverse will happen. So what does it mean in terms of dealing with this paradox of good and bad with the same person? Now, everybody has got good and bad. Some people have a strategy. Oh, they find bad in someone and they say, oh, I don't want to deal with that person. Now what happens in their life? They keep becoming smaller and smaller. They keep rejecting people. They keep rejecting life. Yes, they do become more and more secure. Yes, that is the payoff. That's why they are doing it. But what is the point of this security when you are becoming smaller and smaller person every day? On the other hand, there are people who are not able to see the bad in the other people. They only see good. So they keep including everyone. They are happy, but then one day they find that the bad in those people comes up and they are shattered and they lose the faith in life. So, what is the best way of dealing with this? Well, best way is to be real. What is the meaning of being real? It means that always see both the side, whatever is the reality. So the person has got good and person has got bad. We are seeing both the reality. But we have an intention that this person has got good and bad, but he will show up as good. Now, just see, is this intention real? Is it in harmony with the cosmic intention? Of course, it is in harmony with cosmic intention, because the whole cosmos evolves. It has its own transformation process. See, in the Hindu metaphysical traditions, it has been mentioned that the whole human evolution cycle will happen through 14 manavantras. And currently we are almost at the middle. We have crossed the middle. We are at the 7th manavantra. These manavantra cycles are very, very long. They are much bigger than yuga cycles. That's something like in 1000 yuga cycles, there are 14 manavantra cycles. So something like one manavantra cycle consists of something like 71 yuga cycles of 24,000 years. So what is the cosmic intention? It has been mentioned in these metaphysical traditions. It is actually written by the sage Vyas in Bhagavat, that we are in the 7th Manavantra cycle, and from the whole existence is going from bad to good. So the name of the next Manavantra, if I may be a little off the track, I don't remember it exactly right now, but probably the name of the next Manavantra is Dev Savarni. And what it means is that everybody start to become like a Deva. So basically the whole intention of the cosmos is that everybody will become a Deva. So when cosmos has that intention, why can't we have that intention that whatever bad that person may have at this stage, but at some point of time he will start to show as good? Well, it may happen right now, it may happen after 6 months, it may happen after 5 years, after 100 years, it may happen in next lifetime, or after 100 lifetimes, or after thousands of lifetimes. But one thing is certain, the direction of everyone is to become a Deva. So why not to have that intention? And when you start to have that intention with everyone, see, you are looking at the reality, you are looking at the good and bad in everyone. Yet at the same time, you are having an intention that this person becomes good. And you are actually standing in that possibility that this person will show up as good. And I promise you, when you have that intention, there is a more chance of person showing good. This is a very simple sutra, but I can promise you it can transform not just your own life, but life of so many of you around others. And at the same time, you also protect yourself from whatever is bad around you, and the good around you flowers.